Hey guys, and welcome to Epic Game Feed. I'm your host Madrid, and we are going over some more Scrolls footage. Today I'm playing against two Order players. It is two ranked games, and I'm going to talk to you about how to deal with them. And yeah, so here we go. Today I'm playing against Zyre. I draw a decent hand. I have a 3 play at the moment. I'm just talking to him about the channel. He plays a Dukal Infantryman. By the way, this is sped up just a little bit, not as fast as my last one. It went a little bit too fast for me to make comments on. And after I get done talking to him a little bit, the game tends to go a little bit faster. But I'm going to decide to get rid of the Law Memorial. I draw into a clock library. Yes, the clock libraries I'd say, are what win me the game, as long as I can keep my hand big. That's what you need to do. Keep those clock libraries churning out. Make sure that they are able to go off. So I have a Hellspitter, Infernal Blast. I'm trying to decide what to get rid of. I get rid of the plating. I'm going to put the Hellspitter on just opposite of the middle row, because what I'm planning on doing is either put my clock library or Aether Pump on the top row. This makes it a little bit harder for him to get to. I'm going to get rid of the Inferno Blast and play the clock library top bottom row, and hopefully he ignores that to try and kill my Hellspitter, because at the moment the Hellspitter isn't doing much. It might hit someone for 5, might not. Put the Aether Pump right beside the library, get rid of the Kabonk, and Hellspitter misses. So the reason I spread the two out like that is because with Order, they have the Relentless units, and they just can shred through your stuff, especially since they have that cheap pump-ups and the cheap cards to make them attack sooner than what they should. Get rid of the Spark. He kills my Hellspitter. I'm going to put the Aether Pump right in front of the library because it will pop soon. I don't want him to put anything out and haste it to kill the library. And it was probably a bad move of me. I should have put it at the top row so he can't pother it out to the row and just kill it, which I think he ends up doing. And his units are starting to get out of control. He's starting to get too many. It makes it so my units take a little bit longer to cast. I draw into a cannon automation and another Aether Pump. I'm going to put the Aether Pump on the other side of the field, making him spread his units. Or because with Order, he wants to keep his units close together so that they can synergize off of each other. So spreading them makes it a little bit easier. And he does pother the library, making it so he can kill it this round. He summons out another Skirmisher, and bye-bye library. Middle idol takes 1 hit. It's not that big a deal. Gonna get rid of the plating, draw into another clock library and a blind rage. Trying to figure out what I want to do with that at the moment. I'm gonna put the cannon automation in front of my Aether Pump to block it, because at the moment the Aether Pumps are what's going to kill his little horde. I'm not drawing into a lot of AoE at the moment. He sacrifices for scrolls. One Aether Pump's going to go off next round. I don't think that'll do much. He summons a Honorable General. I need to get rid of that, or get rid of his units, one or the other. I draw into a flip. I'm going to take the Blind Rage. I think I'm going to use it on the General to hit all of his units for 3. Not sure yet. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. It also increases General's cooldown by 1. And there, the Aether Pump hits for 1. Next turn, my other Aether Pump's going to hit for another 1, killing 2 of his units. I also have a Clock Library in my hand that I can put on the other side that will probably draw him over. Or I can put it out as a blocker, depending on what I need at the moment. plays a Royal Infantryman and starts moving around his units. He wants to kill the automaton, and he does. Gets my other guy down to 2. I draw into an Iron Ogre. I get rid of it, and I draw a Dust Runner. Perfect. I love the Dust Runner. I just added it in my deck. It's perfect in this. When an Aether Pump hits something with 4, he attacks and it dies. And there goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of his units to the 2 Aether Pumps going off. I also have my the runner that will be able to kill the general in the next turn if he doesn't do anything about it. I believe he pothers again out of that spot. Yet again, another bad spot to put the Aether Pump. He puts a Crown of Strength on his general. I get an overdrive, and I draw into another library and a Thought Trap. I'm going to put the library out to block for my runner in case he tries to pother him, and I'll probably get rid of the Thought Trap since I can't use that until I get to energy or order. I'm also possibly thinking about getting rid of my order cards. It will free up about 2 Thought Traps, 2 Frostwinds, 3 Flips, and 3 of the Memorials, giving me a lot more room to do something. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to test it out. I'll show you what my new test deck's going to be, and we'll work from there. So I move my guy over to hit my runner over. Not much I can do at the moment. I drew a pretty crappy two cards. That's what I'm talking about. See, I draw a Divine Mark and a Law Memorial. Can't even use either one yet. I mean, I can use a Law Memorial, but it's kind of worthless to use. I would have much rather drawn into like a Violent Dispersal or something. I'd like to put that in. Put about 2 of them in. I don't need 3. I don't want to get overwhelmed by them in the beginning of the game. Would have been nice to take out a Scholar or the General easily. It's going to push back the Automaton, put a focus on his Scholar, and then haste the General, making all of his guys attack. And I draw into a Thunder Surge just in time. He's going to kill his Scholar and his other soldier. I'm going to place the Memorial out, and the pump finishes off the other guy, his other unit, and he's left with a general. And general's not really that useful by himself, to be honest. Oh, and he summons another general. Yikes. I'm going to get rid of the Memorial, play the cannon. Automaton, I think it's called. I got corrected by that by my last viewer. I'm not sure if that's an automation or automaton. I have to look at it. Ooh. And he Crown of Strengths his other general, giving him a little bit more health, so my stuff can't kill it. But I'm going to burn it, I think. Yeah, I burn it. Then burn his other unit he just summoned. And my Aether Pump's going to go off and hit his general for 1. The moment I have more cards, more resources, more units, I'm doing good so far. See what he has to say about what I just did. See what his response is to it. And it is to flip so that he can... So my cannon doesn't kill his general. I draw into a flip, I discard it, I draw into a Thunder Surge. A Potion of Resistance is perfect. I'm going to put it on the Aether Pump and then summon a Golem. Or an Ogre, sorry. And go ahead and attack that if he wants. He can waste a couple turns on the Aether Pump if he wants. And he surrenders after that. And to my next game against Temjinkun. Just letting them know about the YouTube channel. Let him know where he can check it out. He plays a Royal Infantry in the middlemost section of the board. And I have a really good hand. I'm going to get rid of the cannon. And it's his turn. I like that I drew into 2 clock libraries, a Hellspitter, a burn, and a plating, giving me plenty of options by the time I hit my 4th turn. Drawn to a Dust Runner. I'm not sure whether to play it right now. I don't think I will. I think it's kind of a waste of the Dust Runner to put him out by himself. So easy to kill. I like to have something in front of him or a way to protect him, like with a plating. I guess I could do a plating on top of him and see how that works. But right now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Get rid of the plating. Play the Hellspitter at the top right. And he plays a Royal Spearman. He doesn't bring his units over. I thought that he'd send them after it. I'm going to play the Clock Library on the opposite side. I also noticed that the Hellspitter is pretty nice to have against the Order because they start getting out so many units. It has a way better chance to get hits out on the Order units. I'll leave it as a wall over there in case he doesn't move over to kill my library either. It's going to put the other library on the other side and put a runner right behind it and see if he moves towards the Hellspitter now, because that should draw him closer. I think he's going to pother the runner again. I keep forgetting about the pother. Need to play that a little bit better and leave the spot right in front. So there's an option of him moving forward instead of only to the open row where he can kill him. Puts a Divine Mark on his Spearman. He wants to get him back. If he dies, I draw into a burn and a Thunder Surge. I found that using a Thunder Surge on units that are connected by 3 is good enough, especially when you're playing against the higher ranked players. They're not going to put anything together anyways. You either have to just get rid of it or use it, and I decided to use it because there was nothing else for me to do there. I draw into another Dust Runner with a Potion of Resistance, so I'm going to Potion of Resistance Dust Runner so that he doesn't die after 1 hit. He pushed back the Clock Library that was about to pop. I knew that was going to come. He wasn't even going after it. He totally ignored it. When that happens, you know that they're going to push back your library. So the best thing to do is just forget about it. You know it's coming back to hand. And he pothers the runner, exactly what I thought he was going to do. That's why I put the Potion of Resistance on him. And he's only going to do 1 damage. I'm not sure if he missed that I put a Potion of Resistance on him. A little tip for everybody, the little glow around him means that he has an enchantment on him. Check that out before you decide to do something. I'm trying to figure out where to play the Inferno Blast. And either hit those 3 or the other 3. I'm going to decide to hit them. I knew that that guy had a and I put a Aether Pump out. My Dust Runner kills his Spearman, and he's left with 2 forget what they're called now. 2 skirmishers, and he's probably gonna just run through and kill both the runner and the and there it is, the Blessing of Haste alongside the, come on, where's it at? I know you got it, the Focus, and that does 6 damage, killing the runner and the pump. And he adds an extra 1 with his thing, puts a Purification for some reason. And I got a Dust Runner and an Overdrive. I'm going to use Overdrive for more cards. I draw into a Blind Rage. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it on a Skirmisher to kill his other Skirmisher and give his Skirmisher a 3 cooldown. I draw into another Dust Runner. I'm going to put him out right behind the Spitter. Hopefully my Spitter hits something here soon. It's missed all game, which is okay. It's a good wall, but I'd like it to hit. I'm going to get rid of the Thought Trap for an extra resource. Play an Aether Pump, so he can't bother the runner out. Then I spark his... Oh, and it hits! Bye-bye, Skirmisher. That's good news for me. I also put a plating on the Aether Pump. And at this point, he can't bother the runner out because he's too far back. He could pother him into the other lane, hoping... and he pothers the... I think that was a waste of a pother. I know he wanted to draw cards, but still a waste. I draw into a Blind Rage. I have 2 Ogres. I'm going to get rid of one of the Ogres. Use the Blind Rage on the Bowman. Put a Memorial out and scoop my runner over. He flips the runner over to his Spearman. His Spearman's going to kill him. Dang it. I'd taken such good care. He transports or whatever his Bowmans with each other so that he can draw a card. Plays another Ducal Infantry. I draw into a Blind Rage. It's not really going to do much for me, I don't think, right now. Get rid of one of the Iron Ogres. I draw into an Inferno Blast. I'll probably use it next turn, along with the Pump to kill his Bowman. And I play the Iron Ogre. I still have a Hellspitter in my hand for an extra blocker or an extra random hit, possibly. Increasing my hit chance. His Ducal Infantry is going to hit this next turn. He plays a Royal Vanguard. He connects 3 of them, so that's pretty good. I'm going to use the Inferno on the Bowman. And then I'm going to burn down the Spearman, maybe? Nope, Ducal Infantry. I don't like that plus attack he gives. Get rid of the Cannon Automaton. Draw 2 cards. I draw a Potion of Resistance. I'm going to put it on my Iron Ogre, I think. Yep. I don't want my Ogre to die, so it's on him. I'm waiting for a Quake here. I'm sure one's coming up. Oh, wait. Not a Quake. Sorry. I'm playing against Order, not Growth. So he can flip him out to kill him, or he kabonks him for an extra card. I think he should have kabonked the Pump, because that's going to that would make it lose its shielding that it has on it, the plating, the iron plating, or whatever it's called. And I'm going to start moving the Ogre along to kill his Vanguard. I draw into a Thunder Surge and a Clock Library. Thinking, yes, I'm going to Blind Rage, then put the Clock Library out behind the Hellspitter. Draw into 2 Sparks and a Thunder Surge. Awesome. I can spark both of his guys down this next turn if I want. But I do have the Iron Ogre that's going to hit this next turn too. And he lines them up for me. That was a mistake. So right now I can spark one of his guys so that I can kill both of them. I'll probably spark his Spearman so it doesn't do 2 spiky damage to me. Get rid of one of the spark. I draw into a burn. I'm going to play the Aether Pump out as a wall. And Iron Ogre takes, and that is a full wipe for him. And that should be game. That was a mistake of his that he shouldn't have done. I would have killed everything that he had out there, but I got to keep my extra cards instead. So let's do that. Keep the Thunder Surge, the burn. and just use the ogre to kill them. And I'm telling him I find it best not to stack my units against order due to the relentless. And I had a phone call. I'll just give him a call back later. I'm going to get rid of the Infernal Blast. I Thunder Surge them and overdrive my... And there is another wipe. I overdrived my library, by the way, to make it lose 2 cooldown so that it pops before he had a chance to push it back to my hand or whatever he might have done. Summons a Ducal Infantryman. A dead Ducal Infantryman. And the person who called left a message. I spark his Ducal Infantryman with a Kabonk as well. I summon 2 Memorials and a Dust Runner. Look at all that stuff I can do right now. Amazing. And he really doesn't have anything to answer the amount of things I'm pulling out. And I don't think he concedes. I think he plays the whole match out. So that's fun. I like it when people don't just concede. I draw into a Divine Mark and a Cannon Automaton. Ah, it is Automaton. Look at that. Thank you. I forget your name who told me it, but thank you. Use the burn on him. Make the pump kill him. And my ogre hits the idol for 7. And just doing a little bit of talking with him. Nonetheless, it was a good game until my ogre cleared the board. After that, it's kind of an easy game. He summons something, I kill it. He summons something, I kill it. That's about what the game has come down to for the rest of the time. He summons those things. I have a Frostwind. I think I'm going to summon the Cannon Automaton and Frostwind his 2 guys up top. Or maybe not. And I have an Inferno Blast in case I want to kill his bowman. He summons a Royal Skirmisher. Puts a Divine Mark on him in case he dies, which he will. And get rid of I use the Frostwind on his Skirmisher and Spearman. Use the Inferno Blast on them as well. Play the Clock Library at the bottom left. Potion of Resistance on my pump so that he can't just go barreling through, killing everything with his Relentless unit. He kabonks my runner. By the way, the runner has turned out to be so good in this deck. I love it. It's given me that little extra kick that I needed. It adds another thing that I can destroy people's units with, basically. It attacks every other turn. The only problem is it's a little bit squishy, so I have to make sure it's behind something or has some plating on it or something like that. He spreads all his units out. Smart choice. I draw into another Aether Pump. I'm going to play it. I also get a Thought Trap. I'm going to move the Ogre out over to kill both of his Spearmen in his... Oh, and I forgot it had that on it. I clear the board, though. I forgot it had a... Oh, what is it? The thing where if he dies, he gets them back in his hand, but if it's a creature that kills it... mine goes back to my hand too, so pretty good move, I guess. It's not that big a deal. Stopped me from hitting his idol. Maybe he thinks he can win now. He hastes his... That was a weird move. I'm going to Thought Tap it to give it that extra 1 turn. Move my guys over. And end turn. He just picked up that I don't have many units. That is correct. I only have 2 automatons, 3 runners, and 3 golems. Or ogres. I hate when I call them golems. They're ogres. Ogres, stupid! And I think that is all I have in this deck as far as creatures go. I draw into a Kabonk. Probably just going to play it on whatever one I want. I move the runner over to kill put a plating on my automaton, put another runner in. I used a overdrive on my library to make it pop, and next turn my other library is going to pop as well. This game is over. So if you're new to the channel, you like what you're watching, make sure you subscribe. I am doing giveaways 3 times a week starting Friday. This Friday I'm going to be giving away a rare and possibly an uncommon. I'm not exactly sure yet. I might be giving away a rare and an uncommon every day. So make sure you subscribe. You win by just commenting, being active on the channel. And there's another clear wipe. But yeah, subscribe and comment, and you could win a rare plus maybe an uncommon if I'm feeling generous that day. We shall see. He polishes fresh cards. Is that what he's supposed to do? Summons a Spearman out. Summons a Countryman. I'm going to do that. Then burn his Spearman. I draw 2 flips and over. I can over and draw to burn and make resistance. I'm going to put resistance on 1. Should move the run over. And I think next turn, next 2 turns is over. We shall see. Kabonks. The runner. Where that one to be? I believe that's game.